everyone, so it's me Rachel and I'm going to be doing some more daily living skills with you today. So today I am going to talk to you about how to clean your shower and the glass on your shower, and we did have a request from one of the members about this, so that hopefully this will answer your questions for you. So I've got a small cube shower that you step into. Some people have showers over their baths with like a screen. And you know, it's the same, you do it the same way, it's still glass. It just depends on how you've got your shower set up. So let's come on in and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is my shower here. It's a bit small, it's quite pokey, so it's not the easiest thing to clean. So obviously I'm going to clean the whole thing today. That includes the shower tray, the glass and the walls. So the first thing that I'm going to do, just to make sure that I get everything cleaned really well, is just take this off, because some people have these like hanging shelf units, and if you don't take them off then you don't really clean what's behind them. And if you want to do a really good job, see, mine's a bit grubby because I don't clean it that often. I should probably clean it a bit more, to be honest. So let's get all these bits off. And I'm just going to remove this so that it doesn't stop me from cleaning behind it. Just put it out the way, just pop it down here. Right, so I use bathroom cleaner to clean my shower, which I have down here. Got this Cif Actifizz, but you can use anything as long as it's used for cleaning kind of soap scum and it's the right cleaner for your bathroom. Just use whatever. And I like to wear rubber gloves because some of these chemicals are a bit strong and they can make your hands a bit sore if you've got any cuts or anything like that. So here we go, ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my, you need to check first that it's actually open, because these nozzles tend to have like a little twisty bit, which means that it will or won't work. So that's on. That's off, I can't spray it, so you just need to turn it so it's on properly. And then I'm just going to spray the whole thing. So it's like all the wall, all the way down, in the shower tray, around the edge, up here, on these bits that are quite dirty there, actual shower head and taps and stuff, down here. Right, at this point I would say don't worry too much about the glass, because we're going to do that after, but just get it in the corners and just see what it says on it, because this might say leave it for a few minutes. Yeah, it says leave for a few seconds and then wipe with a cloth. So some of these cleaners do they need a bit of time to act on the dirt. So just leave that. Because soap's quite hard to get off tiles, I use one of these which is a bit more rough. It's just like a scouring pad, but I just think they're easier to get kind of grounding dirt off. And also, I need to stand in my shower to clean it properly, so I always make sure I've got something on my feet. I've got slippers on. I wouldn't necessarily recommend wearing those. If you've got flip-flops or something like that where it doesn't really matter if they get wet, put those on. I won't be standing in the shower once I've started rinsing it off, but just so I can get in and clean it properly, I'm going to stand in the shower. So just make sure you climb in properly. You might be able to just lean in, but if you can't, climb in. So here I am in the shower. Actually, what I might do is just wet this first. I'm just going to wet it with some warm water, some hot water. Right. Back in the shower. Don't stand in the shower with bare feet if you've got cleaner in here, because it's going to hurt your skin. And then you just want to give it a really good rub. You want to get all the soap off if there's any shampoo. I use both my hands and press, because I find it just makes it easier. And what you also want to make sure you do is have a window open when you're doing this, because actually these cleaning products are quite strong and they can be really It can be quite hard to breathe if you're using them. So go all the way down to the bottom. It's already making my arms ache. And I've only been doing it for about 2 minutes. So it's quite hard work, especially if you want it to get really, really clean. Okay, so I've cleaned this wall and now I've also cleaned this wall. As you can see, where there was all the dirt and soap, it's come off because the bathroom cleaners worked really well. So I'm just going to clean the metalwork and just get off as much of the watermarks as I can. But you might find that some of it just won't come off. Like under here, I've got this is limescale from the water, and unless I use proper limescale remover, that will probably stay on there. But it's not dirty, it won't really matter if that's on there, if you don't mind. I'm just going to clean around this, clean the head, and all this bit here. Okay. Right, so as you can see now, it's a bit dirty in here because I've been stood in here with my slippers on. I'm going to clean the tray bit. I'm going to put a bit more cleaner on. Whoops. And all this stuff here, this is like limescale. It won't necessarily come off. It comes from the water because the water's hard in this area. So not everything will come off, but basically you're disinfecting it and getting rid of all the germs and stuff. So just give it a good old clean. And if you've got hair in your plug hole, which I have, you're going to have to get that out as well, because that can block up your plug hole. I'm just giving it really good, as much as I can. Like I said, some of the dirt won't come off because it's just sort of ground in, but as long as you're using proper cleaner, it will disinfect it, so it'll be hygienic. Just going to clean along here. Okay, and then all this, if you wear gloves, this is a bit gross, but you kind of need to get the hair out your plug hole because it will block your plug hole and then you won't be able to run your shower properly. So I'm just going to pop that in the bin. So I'm going to rinse off all the cleaner using the shower head, and I like to do it with really hot water. So obviously just make sure that you keep your hands away from it if it's a little bit too hot. Just going to rinse it all down so you can get rid of all the cleaner that's on it. All along here. You can see it's nice and clean here now, so there's no watermarks on the tiles. Just got rid of all that. Clean round the bottom of the basin. Just get all that to go down the plug hole. There we go. Okay. Going to rinse off my gloves as well. Right. Just squeeze this out. You can see all the dirt coming out of that, which is just goes to show how badly it needs cleaning. Rinse that away. There we go. And then just turn that off. Okay, so that's your tiles cleaned. And the next thing we're going to do are the glass doors. So the glass doors, if you look at them, they've kind of got watermarks on them. I don't know if you can see it actually because it's see-through, but all across here there's like watermarks from where the water leaves a bit of limescale or might be from shampoo or anything like that. So you can buy special lime scale remover. This is called Viacal. Other makes are available, but this is the one I tend to use. You can just get it from supermarkets and things like that. So if you've got these kind of marks on your glass, this is really good for cleaning it off. So what you're going to do, take your Viacal, make sure that the nozzle's open, and you spray it like all over the glass, like the whole way up and down. I'm just going to shut that. This is really stinky as well, so you really want to make sure you've got your window open if you can. Do it on the other one. Because it removes lime scale, you might want to put it on some of your metal work, like here, if you've got any lime scale around there. You can also use it if your shower head gets blocked up. Sometimes these bits here can get blocked up, so you can actually spray it on here like that and just leave it. Hey, welcome back. So I have earlier sprayed on the Viacal onto my glass in my shower. I've left it for about half an hour, which is what you want to do, so you can get it can get to work on all that lime scale that's on your glass. So I'm going to clean it off now using a scouring pad again, because it's quite abrasive. It's much better. So a bit easier to stand in the shower. As I said, don't go in bare feet. Shower's dried out now because it's been half an hour, so I'm going to stand in here and I'm just going to pull the door shut, and then I'm just going to do circular motions all the way down. And actually, because the Viacal has been working on some of these bits, it's almost just removing the watermarks. If there's any bits where it just doesn't seem to be moving or it hasn't worked, you can always put more on and leave it again for like another half hour. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to do all of those, and I will show you what they look like when I clean them all. Hi! So I've just cleaned the glass in these shower doors. It's worked really well actually, getting off the soap scum and stuff. So I just want to rinse them down. Again, I'm going to use the shower head. If you can remember, we put some on the shower head earlier as well. So actually what I'll do is give that a bit of a wipe as well. And that should clear any of those holes that it might have had. Pop that down there. Any lime scale in them. There we go. Gonna rinse. So I'm just gonna rinse it off. So you might need a bit of help with this, because you don't want to kind of end up spraying the water over the top of your shower glass or getting it all over your floor. So you just got to make sure you aim the shower head the right way so it doesn't go everywhere, apart from in the shower tray. But as you can see, it's lovely and clean. There you go, you've got no watermarks on there now. So that's worked really well. So I'm just going to clean this one off. I'll do that in a moment. I'll just turn this off. Shut this. So I've rinsed off these doors. I'm going to rinse around the bottom again, because I stood in here again. Just make sure that I'm rinsing away all the stuff that I've put on here. Rinse out this as well. Let's turn that off. I'll put this back. There we go. And then I'm just gonna, last little bit, just around the edge, around here. A bit of a clean. Like that. So I've rinsed everything out. It's lovely and clean in here now. I'm going to put my items back on in a moment. I won't bother showing you that. If you want to just get the residual wet off, you can use like a sponge cloth like this. I'm just going to rinse it in here under the tap. Give it a good squeeze out. I've also rinsed out my scouring pad as well. Just leave that to dry wherever. And then yeah, just if you want to just wipe any areas down like this, you can use something that will absorb the water. There we go. Beautiful. And there we are, that's done. I'll probably pull these out a little bit just so they can dry off properly. And then you might want to clean the outside of the glass as well if there's any marks on there. Final thing, when you finish doing your shower or cleaning anything, when you take your gloves off, you're going to just put those wherever you keep them. Always make sure you wash your hands. Even if you've had gloves on, you still want to wash them, especially now more than ever. Warm water, soap, good wash under the tap, really get all those nooks and crannies. Like this, do your thumbs, knuckles, make sure up to your wrists, make sure that you're washing them really properly. And then you want to rinse them off in some nice warm water. There you go. And then you're done. Alright. Do you want to knock everything off? Bye.